What? Oh my god.
By the way, you have noticed who we're traveling with, haven't you?
Lord.
Of course I have. And so have you, it seems. Shall we?
Hello, hello. Here I am. All right.
Bold luminary, Yggdrasil's chosen. Long have we waited to greet you. We of Arborea swear to protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
There are those who would accuse you of bringing disaster on our world. Please, you must rest assured that they are wrong. You are a hero. The light in your eyes, the light told of in the legends of Arborea, it proves that beyond a doubt.
I knew it was you the moment I saw you.
So now you have magical twins swearing to serve and protect you? I guess you really are the luminary, huh? Not that I ever doubted it, of course.
Oh,
Plenty
oh,
more we need to
oh,
talk about, but we have to take care of something first.
oh.
I wasn't the only one they were keeping prisoner, you know. Now, if I remember rightly, there should be a door around here somewhere.
Nope. Let's try this.
Gosh, look at all these cells. What a horrid place.
Who's there?
Don't worry, you're safe now. We took care of that potty old fathead and his cronies.
Thanks. I owe you one. I was starting to worry they were going to get sick of feeding me and decide to eat me instead.
You were starting to worry? And what about your poor little daughter all on her own, hmm? How do you think she's been feeling?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Wait, you know Connie?
We do. And she's fine, thanks for asking. The owner of the bar back in town is looking after her. He's a mature, responsible adult, you see.
Listen, I appreciate your help, really, I do. I'm Noah, by the way. If there's anything I can do to repay you, just say the word.
Noah, huh? Where have I heard that name before?
Look, I've taken up enough of your time. I should, get back and see how, Connie's doing. Thanks a million.
Well, he certainly left in rather a hurry.
You can say that again. Very fishy. Well, never mind. We should head back too. We deserve a rest.
Awake at last, huh? Don't worry, we all just woke up too.
And now we're up. It's time to continue our little talk from before about Serena and I and how we're going to
legend in Arborea. It says that one day the Dark One will descend to extinguish the light, but that Yggdrasil's chosen, the luminary, bearer of the mark of light, will rise to meet him.
I know it's hard to believe. I mean, look at you. But it's true. You're the reincarnation of the luminary, the man who defeated the Dark One long ago. I still can't work out why they'd need to bring you back if the Dark One was defeated, to be honest. But ours is not to reason why. Once we fulfill our sacred duty and get you to Yggdrasil, I'm sure all will be revealed.
Yggdrasil, huh? Well, I for one want to know what the heck's going on. Let's mosey on over there.
Have you ever tried thinking before opening your big mouth? In case you hadn't noticed, Yggdrasil is floating in the sky. Mosey, he says. Honestly.
They say that the luminary visited the World Tree before his battle with the Dark One. But alas, the legends do not tell us how.
What? Not even you special protectors of the magical ancient wonder truths know? Bummer. Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil. Wait, I think I might have an idea.
Really? What is it?
You know that guy we bust out of jail yesterday? I remembered where I know him from. He sells information to, people in my profession.
And you think he might know how we can reach the World Tree? Wonderful! Well, what are we waiting for? To the bar.
Wonderful. Hey, Mike. I think I finally can finish this. I got the head shape to look the way I wanted it to finally, and
Come on, Daddy.
I think
Let's go.
having one turn towards us will help.
Keeps bringing you drinks. Must be getting tired.
That's the hope, is that I can just speed run rendering this now.
Just one more for the road, sweetie.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh, he might have some hot gossip that I need to hear.
Fishing for rumors, huh? Some things never change. You're Noah, right? In the circles I used to move in, you were pretty famous. You were the guy who knew things for the right price.
I think I can get away with
No nugget of knowledge too big or too small.
tilting this a bit more.
That's what they used to say, huh?
Yeah, I think I can.
And what if they did? I can't help it if juicy tidbits have an habit of falling in me lap now, can I?
Dude, I love juicy tidbits.
Don't go trying to get mixed up in this stuff. It just happens.
Is it even a tidbit
Mistakenly went in the
if it's not
ladies'
juicy?
baths, and then monsters kidnapped me. I only stuck my head in there to see what all the commotion was, and there they was attacking.
This is gonna take a little bit to get looking right, but
I would have walloped a lot of them, of course, but I just had me tea. The villains collared the both of us, and well, I just hope she's all right.
gotta keep the ears.
Kind of. Anyway, we were wondering if you might be able to help us out. What do you know about Yggdrasil?
Crikey, you lot don't do things by halves, do ya? Got a big score in mind, eh? Well, seeing as how you saved me life, I'll tell you what I know. On the way here, Connie and me was travelling across the desert. When
What's
we
going
came
on?
down with a bad case of heat stroke. We didn't have no grub left. No
Hell
water,
yeah.
nothing.
Fucking love
We
crepes.
just about given up hope.
Love crepes,
These
bro.
soldiers from Gallopolis came along.
Gallopolis.
Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the Sultan's when I seen it. Beautiful it was. This rainbow-coloured branch thing. All shimmery and beautiful. Well, I know top-end gear when I see it. If that weren't a branch of the old world tree, I'm a monkey's uncle.
Did you hear that, Veronica? A branch from Yggdrasil herself.
Yes. Lighting the path ahead for the luminary. It sounds like we need to take a trip to Gallopolis.
The luminary.
So it turns out you are capable of having ideas that aren't completely stupid after all.
I don't live in a castle, but I did design my house and build it to look very
Beyond the checkpoint southwest
William
of here.
Morris
That marks the border with Gallopolis.
1800s-y.
I hope you won't mind us tagging along.
We of Arborea swear to protect you. While we live, none shall defeat you.
Oh. Hell yeah, dude.
Here, you'll need this to get to Gallopolis.
Oh, maybe I should go back to that more extended neck now that I have
The
this guy
guards at the
here.
checkpoint are awful sticklers for formalities, but if you show them that, they should let us through.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go back to that. Cool. Alright, I can just cover this up. Nice. Alright, cool. Oh, feels good that I can actually get this one done now. Now that I have a fucking dragon design that I don't hate. Bum 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 boom. Bum 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 boom. Bum 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 boom.
Veronica wins again.
Oh, cool. They're doing the 16-bit. When am I coming across the pond? I told myself that I would not travel until I had lost a certain amount of weight. So I'll see you in 50 pounds. If I lose another 50 pounds, going to Ireland, baby. Going to Ireland, baby. Once I'm petite. No, I'm just kidding. I'll never be petite. I was wondering if this playthrough was gonna do the 16-bit stuff. Oh, that Dragon Quest III music. Bum, 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 bum. I will. What I'll probably do is go to Heathrow, drive up through Scotland for like 2 weeks, and then hop over to Ireland and stay there for another 2 or 3 weeks. And while I'm there, I'm going to try and figure out how realistic it is for me to relocate there temporarily. That's the plan. I got to figure out how to get more than a 90-day visa. So that's the plan. That's what I want to do. We'll see. We'll see what life decides to throw at me to make that not happen. Doobity-doo. All right. So the first set of fins kind of does this. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're already back to 3D, huh? Alright, second set of fins is like up and way down. One, two, three, four, five, six. So the top is 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Excellent. Okay.
Veronica wins again.
Guys, Veronica wins again. Did you know that? Gallopolis, Sylvando, Soldier of Smiles.
Oh, just look at all these people! How marvelous! Is there some kind of festival going on, I wonder?
Yes, of course. Gallopolis is the kingdom of the desert knight, isn't it? And of the racetrack where they love to compete. I think we've arrived in town just in time for the horse racing festival.
Wow.
Well, you go play with ponies if you like. I'm off to look for the Yggdrasil branch. That's why we're here, in case you forgot.
Oh, let Mr. Moody No Fun go off on his own if he wants. There's nothing to stop us having a little look around while we're here.
All right. This needs to be more like that. Yes. All right. You did marry your wife. I was around when it happened. Not physically, but I do remember. I don't know, Miguel, if you remember Beth from back in Crimson Daggers. She, her and Sam Lamont got married a few years ago, or 10 years ago, I think. I don't know. But I shared on Instagram, she's been working in animation, and she's like doing really awesome stuff. They just did that new Maisie cartoon, and like her challenge with it was to figure out how to make it look like an animated painting while still being simple enough for kids, but also stylized enough to look like the books. They did a really cool job. It looks great. I shared it on Instagram if anyone's curious. Yeah, that was her. Isn't that crazy? She's over in Scotland, I think. Maybe Ireland? Actually don't know. If I come out that way, I definitely want to hang out with them. I want to see Sam Carr, assuming he's not over in Prague. I want to see you. I want to see Moonskinned and Beth. I want to see Sharky. Who else is in London? I'm trying to remember. Who else is in the greater area of that area? Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Boop 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 boop. I think I'm gonna push that neck out a little bit. Make it a little bulbous. Yeah.
Fellow Galopolitans, this is no ordinary Sand National. This race marks the day that Faris
Did they?
heir comes of age, and as such... No, no, no. An event of such significance must have eloquence to match. Such functional pleasantries will not thrill my beloved subjects. And who exactly might you be? I have no time to grant an audience today. You must leave. Immediately.
Father, my training is complete.
Sylvando is coming up. The greatest character
Give me the pledge.
in all of Dragon Quest.
A knight's word is his bond, his kingdom his master. He serves the weak untiringly, challenges the strong unflinchingly, and never retreats in the face of adversity.
Yes, very good. The knight's pledge must always be your guide, my son.
I use Instagram. That's the only social media I'm currently using.
You are a man now, Faris. And tomorrow's race shall prove it. You must show your people that you are worthy of their adulation.
Fear not, beloved father. I shall disappoint neither you nor they.
Nor they.
Oh. What is your name, stranger? And what brings you to Gallopolis? Surely he speaks of the rainbow. It is the only treasure of our kingdom that would warrant such a description. I believe I can assist you, friend. Visit me in my chambers at the foot of the great staircase. I shall await you there.
I might move it later, but I'm gonna keep it there for now. If you feel like you're getting sucked into Instagram, it's probably because you're getting that ADHD dopamine thing from scrolling through Reels, which is incredibly addictive. It's kind of like a black hole, and when it starts to get a hold on you, it's hard to pull out of it. Like dopamine, quick hit of scrolling. My best advice, like what I do typically, I don't do it anymore because I broke the habit. But when I used to have that problem, I would leave my phone out of my work area. I would leave it in the basement. I'd come upstairs and work. I put Messenger on my phone. I mean, on my computer. So if anybody, like, if there was an emergency and I needed to hear from somebody, I would get a text and I would see it pop up on my computer. But yeah. Just remove your phone if it's becoming something you can't control.
Physique are perfect, and you have the face of one who knows horses.
If you live with somebody, like if you still live at home or if you have a roommate or a partner, tell them there's only certain hours you want to use your phone and give it to them and say like, hey, you know, like, I don't want to use this until 5 o'clock when my work day is over. Don't give it to me under any circumstances, you know? You could do that too.
I have but one small favor to ask in return. But the palace walls have so many unwelcome ears. The noise of the circus will protect our privacy. Will you join me there? Then it is agreed. I will meet you at the entrance to that ridiculous tent this evening. Do not be late, please.
Yes. Cool. Look at this. I can't wait to finish this flame head. This flame head. I can't wait. Let me go in here and fix this. I forgot that I had not corrected this. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I found a really cool cast iron door knocker with a face on it that kind of looks like me. It's cool. I'll probably put pictures of it up at some point. I found some beautiful antique books, the Twilight of the Gods, and you know, the Ring of the Nibelung and the Rheingold.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's
I just bought a crate of Nintendo Power magazines, so I have like 50. I haven't gone through them yet, but the price was reasonable, and I know they had the Secret of Mana and Final Fantasy II issues, which I remember reading when I was a kid, that have a lot of the old Katsuya Terada artwork in them. He did a lot of Nintendo Power stuff back in the day, and he's like one of the reasons I wanted to get into drawing as a kid. So it'll be nice to flip through those and see all the magazine art that doesn't exactly look like the game. It's like his interpretation of the games. Really cool. Guys, it's Sylvando. The greatest character.
show so special. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Quickly, we must talk while the people are distracted. And please, not a word of this to anyone. Now, as you may be aware, the Sun National is the most important event of the year here in Gallopolis. And tomorrow, I am due to make my debut in the race to end all races. However, there is a problem. One teeny tiny, terrible problem.
Lego concepts. That's cool.
I cannot ride. In fact, I have barely so much as sat in a saddle. I have so far been able to hide this unfortunate fact, but if I were to take part in the race, the inconvenient truth would surely be uncovered. And yet I have no choice. For a prince of Gallopolis not to take part in the Sun National on the year of his coming of age is unthinkable! Unthinkable! So you see, your coming here was fated. It is a sign. The forces of destiny mean me to use you as my double. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Your double? How's that gonna work? Won't everyone notice as soon as he walks out onto the track? Ah, the fates have provided that also. For you see, the royal family always races in full armor, lest the unthinkable occur. His face will be hidden from view. Oh, please, please. I beg of you. You must help me. You must enter the Sun National in my place.
You are the most pathetic excuse for a prince I've ever seen. If you think we're going to help you lie to your people, you've got another thing coming.
Is that so? Then I assume that your need of the rainbow is not so great after all.
Wow. Talk about shameless.
Call me what you will, it changes nothing. You will do as the fates wish and take my place in the race? Yes? Ah, I knew you would see sense in the end. Thank you. I will talk to my father about the rainbow as soon as the race is over. You have my word. I took the liberty of arranging rooms for you at the inn. Rest well. I will see you in the stables, bright and early. You will find the stable entrance in the western part of the city. Do not be late. Now, I must be on my way. Farewell, friends!
I have a buddy who works at the Lego company that I went to high school with. Oh. Do I stream whenever? I try to stream every day. Sometimes it's for 8 hours, sometimes it's for 1 or 2. I was gonna stream for 8 hours today, but for some reason the YouTube server wouldn't connect to OBS until later in the day. I tried a couple times, but I'm typically here every day. If you want to join our Discord, I always post before I go live. And there's other people, other artists in the Discord who stream a lot, so there's usually somebody to watch. If you'd like to join the little community we have going, there's a good amount of people that are usually live pretty regularly. But if you go back in my backlog of lives, you'll see that I basically try to stream constantly, sometimes for very long times. I'll throw the Discord link in the chat. That should let you join if you want to. Discord thing? Are you talking about the social media companies giving information to the government because of the subpoena? Is that what you mean by a Discord thing? That was everything. That was like YouTube, Reddit, Instagram. Verification? I haven't heard what they decided to do. Do you have to give your license to Discord to get in? Is that coming? Is that official? I don't think I would be comfortable putting my license on Discord, so if that is a thing that's coming, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep using it. Because, I just feel like it's a guarantee it's going to get hacked, right? If there's other ways to verify, maybe, but it just feels like a really stupid idea. Well, it hasn't happened yet. If it was going to happen, I would uninstall it, but it hasn't happened yet. I'll reserve my freak out for if and when it actually happens. That would suck, though. If that happens, we're gonna have to just, like, I don't know, make a forum with a chat room or something? I don't know. I don't even know what to do. Sorry.
Oh, magnificent! I hardly dared think that you might actually win! Now quickly, my public await! I shall take the reins from here. Fear not, my friend. I have not forgotten my promise. I will discuss the rainbow with my father, just as soon as my people have finished showering me with adulation!
Yeah, buddy. I'll be here for at least another hour or 2 hours.
Fates, our plan was a success.
Possibly longer.
Thank you. You have spared me great humiliation. I will go immediately to my father and ask about the rainbow.
All hail Prince Faris, pride of the desert.
Darling,
Darling, you are fabulous. It was enough to bring a tear even to my jaded eye.
Oh, oh.
Wait, don't tell me you were... Surely you didn't let your understudy take the stage for the command performance? Oh, this is too good!
Wait, wait! But you do not understand the pressure I am under. A prince of Gallopolis who could not ride a horse is a disgrace to the kingdom. I did what was necessary for the sake of my people. And now all can be forgotten. Yes?
And there was silly old Silvando thinking that knights never retreated in the face of adversity.
Silence! I am the prince of this kingdom, and I will not have a traveling jester lecture me on chivalry.
A thousand pardons, your highness.
Hmm.
The Sultan wishes to see you, your highness. Your magnificent display of horsemanship has pleased him greatly.
Very good. I will come right away. My promise still stands. Come to the throne room in a little while. We will
I'm
see
excited to see
this branch of yours.
if all the Crimson Desert hype is real. Art style wise, like design wise, it doesn't look like something I would enjoy. Like I think it looks kind of ugly, but like just aesthetically. But it is cool to see a company doing what they're trying to do, and I want to see if it works because that would be kind of rad. Hopefully, it works. Boop boo, boop boo, bum bum ba da 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 da. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Truly, I am humbled. All I have ever desired is to fulfill my duties as a prince and as a knight. Father, if I may, I have promised to assist these travelers. Would you permit me to explain?
Gladly, my son. It warms my heart to see you aiding those in need. Truly, you have taken the knight's pledge to heart.
Thank you, Father.
Father.
The truth of the matter is that my friends here have come to Gallopolis in search of the rainbow.
Your Majesty, the beast has returned. It attacked one of our men while we were out on patrol. The Slayer of the Sands is back? Why must the accursed creature always appear on this, the happiest day of the year? We will stand for this no longer. I must dispatch my finest knights and ensure that the fiend never again returns to terrorize the celestial sands.
Wow.
But wait! My boy, the fates are speaking to us. Capturing the Slayer would be the perfect way to show your people what a fine knight you have become.
What? Oh, Father! So many of our bravest men have confronted the creature and perished. Surely, I do not stand a chance.
Truly, it is the most able who are the most humble. But you cannot hide your true feelings. You are trembling with excitement. This is your moment, Faris, my boy. Capture the Slayer and take your place in history.
Wow.
But very, very well, Father. Yay! I shall begin my preparations right away. A thousand pardons. The rainbow will have to wait. Meet me in my chambers. There is something we must discuss. Just breathe, Faris.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, please, please, I beg of you. The Slayer of the Sands will tear me limb from limb unless you aid me. Have pity on a desperate soul. Oh.
Spoken like a true desert knight. Seriously, can't you handle this on your own?
No! No, such a thing is impossible! I am no knight! I neglected my training! I allowed my vassals to fight all my battles for me!
Oh my god.
Oh, it is not my fault! I am an only child! I was coddled from birth and praised for the most insignificant of achievements! I did not wish to disappoint my parents or my people, so I found ways of seeming to fulfill their expectations without necessarily doing so.
I'm gonna take this eye.
The more I fulfilled them, the more their expectations grew, and now finally they expect the impossible.
I'm gonna bring it on. Oh, whoa. No, 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 no. Bring it on over here.
You see? If you refuse to help me, I will be sent to my doom, and through no fault of my own. Please, will you take pity on your old friend? Oh, thank you! 10,000 thank yous! And fear not, I will speak to my father about the rainbow as soon as the beast is captured. We must make preparations to depart immediately.
Cool.
I will wait you at the castle gates.
What a pathetic excuse for a prince. Goodness knows what'll become of Gallopolis with him in charge.
Okay.
Oh, we mustn't be so hard on him, Veronica. I'm sure it can't be easy growing up with everyone expecting so much of you.
Cool. Oh my god. The burping.
I mean no disrespect, Your Highness, but how could you do this to us? You have volunteered us for certain death.
Fear not, trusted retainers. We do not journey into the jaws of danger alone. Ah, impeccable timing as always. Allow me to introduce our knights in shining armor. These brave adventurers have agreed to capture the Slayer for us. Now, the beast's lair is said to be located deep within the Celestial Sands. The fastest route is through the checkpoint to the west. We march immediately for Gallopolis!
Wow.
For Gallopolis.
Yeah! Yeah!
I mean, try to keep it healthy.
Room for a little one?
If the vibes are
I'd
ever
hate to
harsh,
waste a
we
good beast,
take
huh?
pretty quick action. I might get rid of the beards. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe only the one in the middle will have a beard. I think that was Gross Girl's idea.
There's no such thing as a good beast hunt, friend. If I were you, I'd run along back to the circus.
Well, aren't you just a lovely, patronizing little dear? Look, I'm worried about the half-wit prince getting himself killed. Can I come with you or not? At least one of you has some sense. Lead on, darling.
There's a part in this game that it's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in a video game. Where the world is destroyed and there's like an apocalypse and all these millions of people die and everyone's depressed and all the music's sad. And you play as Sylvando and for like 2 hours you just walk around the world doing clown stuff to make people laugh. To make the world not depressed anymore. It's like the funniest idea for a quest line. It's great. It's genuinely great. This game had a lot of really cool, just feel-good stuff in it. Stuff you don't normally see in games like this. Bum 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 bum. Let me take this reference head down here, bring it over here, flip it. Go ahead and tilt it. All right. Oh, you know what? This is no longer accurate. I changed the head. So let me grab this.
The heat, the dry air, it is too much, too much. Let us spend the night here. The monster will have to wait.
Okay.
As you can see, I have decided to set up camp. We will continue our quest in the morning.
That's right. You get your beauty sleep, Princey dear. You've got a hard day of getting us to do your dirty work for you to be preparing for. Come on, you. Let's have a sit down and a nice chat, shall we? So, two boys and two girls out on a lovely adventure together, huh? How romantic. But what kind of adventure, I wonder? Come on, spill the beans.
To be perfectly honest, we're none too sure ourselves just yet. But for the moment, we're trying to get to Yggdrasil. We need to understand more about the mysteries surrounding the luminary, you see?
Alright, let's see.
It's all to do with a horrible being called the Dark One. He wants to bring death and destruction to the world. And we want to stop him.
All right, Big Mouth, that's enough. You don't need to tell the Jolly Jester a whole life story. We barely know him.
My. So there's a dastardly villain coming to steal all the smiles and laughter from the world. And you four heroes are on a daring mission to stop him before it's too late. Oh, now that does sound fun.
You got a strange idea of fun.
What about you, Sylvando? What made you leave Herman?
You!
Oh, you don't want to hear my boring old stories. We've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Come on, kiddies. Betty buys.
Well, aren't we full of mysteries? What's his deal?
Alright.
Who else wants some?
The Slayer of the Sands was last seen here.
The cowardly creature is nowhere to be found. It must have fled in fear. Let us return to the castle and inform my father of our success.
The Slayer of the Sands is among us!
So many great Toriyama monsters in this.
Up and at 'em, Princey Pooh. what real knights are made of.
The best thing about Dragon Quest monsters is they all look like they're having a good time.
Poor old Faris has been struck down with stage
I love they're all having fun.
Come on, gang. This little drama needs a hero or two.
Bam!
Watch out.
Another
Cool.
one bites the dust.
It is probably tons of fun to be a monster.
That will teach you to be so grumpy. Now, hold nice and still while I tie you up.
What's up, Sharky?
The battle is won! The Slayer of the Sands is bested! All in a day's work for the Prince of Gallopolis! You saw me, man, did you not? You saw the People's Prince defeat the fiend that terrorized them so.
Yes, Your Highness. Of course, Your Highness.
You have my thanks, friend. My heroic feat would not have been possible without your valuable contribution. I still have not forgotten what I promised. I will speak with my father about the rainbow upon my return. You may rest assured of that.
Really, Principal? That's how you're gonna play it? And what do you think they'll be expecting of you next, huh?
Huh?
You speak as though I have a choice! Are you suggesting that I disappoint my father and the citizens of Gallopolis?
I'm not suggesting anything, darling. You do what you need to do.
Yeah,
We return as heroes!
Just vaguely frustrated noises with an accent.
This feels all kinds of wrong. You're right, Sylvando. Nothing's going to change if he keeps on pretending.
Oh, I think the poor boy knows that well enough. All he needs is a little push. Anyway, I'd better be getting along. I'm sure we'll bump into each other again soon. Ciao for now, my loves.
Hmm. I think they are gonna do Toriyama, but I think they're gonna make the tone more serious. I don't think Dragon Quest can exist without the Toriyama style. I think it's part of the DNA. But Toriyama, you know, he can do serious stuff too. You can tell, you know, it's like Dragon Ball versus Dragon Ball Z. You can switch the tone quite a bit, you know.
And it is that same love that will allow me to continue serving you until my dying
Friends, we have no need to be afraid. Prince Faris will protect us.
Yes, yes! We have nothing to fear with the prince on our side!
Well, my boy, your people await. Let them see firsthand the fearless desert knight you have become.
Father, Father, I cannot.
Repeat after me now. A knight's word?
A knight's word is his bond, his kingdom, his master. Hmm?
Well, don't stop.
He serves the weak untiringly, challenges the strong unflinchingly, and never retreats in the face of adversity.
That's more like it. Now, my little Princey Pooh, do you want to be...
I don't struggle with incel thoughts. I don't know what you mean by incel thoughts. If you mean like hating women and feeling lonely and feeling like you deserve female attention, I don't struggle with that. Like, I'm a firm believer that if you want to be in a relationship, you can be in a relationship with enough hard work and like self-work. I don't feel like, I don't know. I don't have any weird like hatred towards women. I don't know. I get where that comes from for people that are like super depressed and lonely. I don't agree with it. I can kind of see the path people go down of isolation that makes them hate things that they don't have. It's usually like a jealousy thing, but like I've never had those feelings. I've seen people have those feelings, and I don't agree with it, but one of the hardest things in life is listening to people when they criticize you and trying to improve who you are. Like, when I'm in relationships now, I don't really date anymore. But like the last couple of relationships I've been in, I feel like I'm generally a pretty good boyfriend, but that's because I fucked up a lot. Like, and I was an idiot for a long time, and you kind of fail upwards and you learn as you go, like things you can improve about yourself, better ways to treat other people. I don't know, like I also have gone to therapy a few times in my life and worked out most of my weird mental things. Like, I know what things about myself I can fix and what things about myself I can't fix. And if I have negative thoughts, I know where they're coming from because I've done enough like self-work to understand my own brain. Like, I'm feeling that because of this, and this is coming from this, and I can kind of logic myself out of negativity. I mean, everyone's got their own struggles. Like my struggle is just I have depression, like major depressive disorder, like diagnosed. I've had it forever, and it's probably never gonna go away. And it's not something I can fix through like work. That being said, I'm doing everything I possibly can to stack the deck in my favor. Like I'm losing tons of weight, I'm going to the gym, I'm working my ass off, I'm trying to get minimum 8 hours of painting in every day. I help out friends and family with things so I can feel like I'm being productive. I try to help other people as much as I can. Like I try to do as much stuff as possible so that at the end of the day, if I'm feeling depressed, I can look back and go, okay, I did everything I possibly could today. If I feel bad, I know it's because my brain is being illogical, because I can look at everything I did today and go, I did everything I could do today to make it a good day. And then I can, I'm still feeling the negative feelings, but I can kind of put them in a box and go, those aren't like real. I did all this stuff. Those feelings, I'm feeling them, but they're not merited. But yeah, I think, I don't know. If you're struggling with those kinds of thoughts, I would get a therapist. And if you have a therapist and it's not working, I would get another therapist. And really, don't just do talk therapy. Do like therapy with purpose. Like go in and say, I want to be challenged and I want to grow and I want you to point out things that are things I could change and improve about myself, and really, trust somebody to say, okay, here are your strengths as a person and here are some things you can work on. Because I promise everybody has things they can work on. But I will also tell you, this is a hard pill to swallow. It's absolutely 100% true, though. Anyone listening to this who struggles with any kind of insult thought, as a person who didn't really date, like I dated in high school and then I had some hookups in my 20s, but like I didn't have like a relationship in my 20s. As a person who didn't really start dating till 30, it's not the answer. Having a relationship isn't gonna, if you suddenly have a girlfriend, if you're depressed and you hate yourself and all these feelings are there and you just feel sad all the time, having someone in your life who is just there isn't gonna change any of that stuff that, is internal. It's not gonna fix your relationship with yourself. It's like people who are fat, who are depressed, and then lose all the weight, a lot of the time are like, oh, I'm still depressed. And it's like, yeah, because physically you're healthier, but you didn't fix any of the mental issues. Like, a good example now is like I'm taking some weight loss supplement stuff through the form of a shot because I worked as hard as I could. I lost as much weight as I could before I plateaued, and then I wanted to force my body through the plateau, so I started taking some shots to aid my weight loss. I know that taking those shots, even though it's giving me the desired effect of losing more weight quicker, it's not fixing any of my mental relationship with food or eating disorder stuff. Those are things I have to work on separately, because the second the shot's gone, all that stuff's going to come back. It didn't fix the problem, it just put it in a box so you could work on other things while it's contained in that box. And suddenly having a relationship is kind of the same thing, because another person isn't gonna fix you. They're just not going to. I'm a person who thought that when I was younger. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna fix anything. That's something you gotta work on your own. And, getting laid or having a girlfriend is not going to fix those feelings. But yeah.
What do you want this time?
talk therapy can be good if you're a person with a lot of anxiety, or if you're a person who just needs to talk through your feelings with someone and you don't have a friendship in your life that allows that kind of space. But I always tell people, if you're gonna do therapy, don't just do talk therapy. Do therapy with purpose, therapy with goals. You know, why are you going? Identify first, why am I in therapy? What are the things I want to stop feeling? What are the things I want to stop thinking? And then actively take steps every session to work on those. Because you don't want to end up in a scenario where you're just paying someone to listen to you complain. Because it doesn't fix anything. You just build up steam throughout the week, then you talk in therapy and the steam goes down, then you build up more steam and then you talk the next week and the steam goes, it doesn't fix anything. But those are my thoughts. The other thing is that I think the reason I don't have those thoughts is I've always had a lot of female friends. Like, my first friend when I was a kid was a girl. My second friend when I was a kid was a girl. I'm still friends with them today. I officiated one of their weddings. I went to art school and I was surrounded, like, it was 90% female because it was art school. So it was just like, I've always had a lot of really healthy female friendships. So I think that's another big thing. A lot of people, especially people that are inside a lot, or people that feel awkward around girls, you just need to have female friends in your life and women that you respect that aren't just, you know, potential partners. I think that a big cause of that incel shit is just guys aren't talking to women anymore. Guys aren't talking to women at all. You can't just have women in your life because you're looking for someone to sleep with. Like, you can have female friends. You should have female friends. That's a healthy thing.
Well, what's your bright idea then?
You can just enjoy someone's company and they give you a different perspective on life because they experience things you're never going to experience. They're people. It's the same as having a friendship with a dude. It's like putting all women in this box of potential partner is super not healthy or good. They're people. Like, they're just like you. They're just the opposite gender. You just can't give into that toxic ideology that women are some kind of weird asset to be acquired. It's not good. It's not good. And if you're in that mindset, you have to find a way out of it. It'll destroy any potential for future happiness because it's going to isolate you from 50% of the world's population. The other nice thing about having female friends, if you are looking to date, is that your female friends can give you advice on what you're potentially doing wrong. Like, I have female friends, and if I want feedback on stuff I can improve to, like, be a better partner, or like dating advice, any of that stuff, they give you a perspective that your guy friends are not going to give you. 100%. So, yeah, I don't know. I think most of my friends are women. If I had to, like, write down on paper all the people I know that I talk to, I think it's probably like 65% female. Well, just go out of your way to make sure that they don't think you're hitting on them. Don't flirt, don't objectify, just talk about mutual interests. Go to things that you enjoy and meet other people that are at the things you enjoy. You know. Not all women are going to assume you're hitting on them. Don't cold approach people at the gym or something, but, like, you know, put yourself in places where you can potentially meet other people and just treat them, I mean, just treat them like they're a dude. Like, because they're just people. They're all just people. They're just people. You don't have to talk to them any different than you talk to anybody else. They're not some mythological sphinx where you have to speak in riddles. They're just people. Talk to them like you talk to anybody else. Like, you have to... If you've built it up to the point where you're treating them like some otherworldly thing, they're not things, they're people. So you have to somehow deconstruct that. You just have to, because it'll ruin your chance at having any kind of relationship ever. There you go, yeah. Treat them as a future organ donor. There you go. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to give advice on that because it's not something I struggle with. But I'm trying to give the best advice I can from a place of not experiencing it. I'm trying to like logic my way through giving you some feedback. But I guarantee, if you don't do any work on yourself, eventually, if you keep doing what you're doing, you will, date somebody or hook up with somebody. And then afterwards, you're going to realize you feel exactly the same. After that initial glow wears off, and then you're going to go, oh, this wasn't actually my problem. My problem was something else, and I created an avatar for it that was girlfriend. It's not, trust me, I thought it would fix me. Doesn't fix you. It just doesn't. People don't do that. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say, if your relationship fixes you, and without that person you can't function, that's not a healthy relationship. You should actively get out of that relationship or change it. Like, that's not good. That's codependent. So it's not gonna fix you. I promise. I know it's easy to think it will, but it's not going to. Well, if you don't want to be isolated and misogynistic, then don't be isolated, number one, and don't be misogynistic, number two. And if you catch yourself being misogynistic, call it out. Call it out and go, oh, that's me being a fucking asshole. I should not do that. And really, really figure out where it's coming from. That's one of the, you can follow your feelings You can have a dialogue with yourself and go, okay, I'm feeling this. What caused me to feel it? And then really think about it and follow it and go, okay, what caused me to feel that? What caused me to feel that? And you might find out that that feeling that is showing up as misogyny is actually something very different. That's very common. Your feelings present as one thing, and when you follow them down the rabbit hole of where they came from, they're actually something else. They're just presenting as something because it's easier to deal with. But yeah. I'd say step one is don't be isolated. Get out. Go places. Volunteer. You know? Do anything you gotta do to get out. That being said, I know that the loneliness epidemic is a real thing. Like, it's... That's the thing, that the part of the reason I'm saying that the people aren't going to be the thing that fixes you. Like, I am talking from experience, so I promise it's not going to fix the problem. I have so many friends still feel lonely all the time. Like, it's not... It's, you know, some things are just, they just suck. And that's, once you recognize that it's not a rational thing, you go, oh, okay, my brain's just being fucking dumb. It doesn't make the feeling go away, but it makes you care about it less. Because you can go, oh, okay. It's kind of like in, you ever see A Beautiful Mind? The movie where the guy has like a best friend from college and a niece, and he's working for the government. He has a secret agent he talks to. And then the twist halfway through is that he's actually, this is a true story. The twist halfway through is that he's schizophrenic and they're all hallucinations and none of them are real. And the only way he can deal with it by the end of the movie is he sees them, but he just refuses to acknowledge that they're there. They never go away. He just doesn't engage with them. And for some of your negative feelings, that's what it's going to be. Some of them will go away as you self-improve and grow. Some of them might not ever go away. So the challenge is, okay, how do I acknowledge that it's there but not feel it? How do I not give into it and let it control me? Like, that's a huge part of the battle. True. Drawing is like throwing chum in the water. That is very true.
There were some big scores to be had here. Rich merchants from all over the world, ships full of treasure, you name it.
And this is where you're keeping your ship, Sylvando? The ship that you own? Don't tell me you're some kind of millionaire.
Oh, come now, Ronnie, darling. You know it's not polite to pry. All right. The docks are in the southwest of the town. Last one there's a rotten egg.
I think the biggest thing you gotta come to terms with, though, is that nobody owes you anything. I understand it's hard because so much of society in Hollywood builds up this idea of what normal is. And if you don't have these things you're seeing portrayed in media constantly, then there's something defective with you. Like, it sucks. I totally get it. It sucks. It sucks to feel like you're not where you should be. It sucks to feel like you're defective in some way, or that everybody else kind of has figured out how to be human and you haven't. Like, feelings are horrible. 100%. I totally get that that's a horrible way to live. First step is acknowledging what is reality and what is your own biases, though. Yeah, I met Book Music's book club this past weekend. We all went and saw Wuthering Heights, and it was lovely. You know, just a nice casual group activity. Don't get me started on Wuthering Heights. One of my favorite books ever written. That adaptation was shockingly unfaithful to the source material. Shockingly. Good. I get that it's hard. I'm not trying to say it isn't or pretend it isn't. It sucks. I get it. It sucks. It can get better. It does suck. I'm not getting started on Wuthering Heights. Who's that Metal Gear Solid poster artist that we love? Noriyoshi Orai. Last name is spelled O-H-R-A-I. Noriyoshi Orai. One of the greatest poster artists ever. He's like the Japanese Drew Struzan. He's like their answer to Drew Struzan. Like, give this guy everything. Give him Godzilla. Give him Metal Gear. Oh, he's just the king. Their king of posters. I mean, you could also do the Stan Lee thing, and you could take all your negative feelings and turn them into characters, and then do a creative writing exercise and flesh out those feelings into fully realized characters and try to tell stories with them and see how they grow and then apply those things to yourself. Like the Hulk. Stan Lee was mad all the time, so he made the Hulk. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know. He gives a whole speech about that in, what is it, Mallrats? I think it's Mallrats, where he talks about girls or something, and he talks about creating all of his iconic characters because it was him dealing with his own insecurities. It's a legitimate way to explore yourself, is to externalize your feelings into fictional characters. Like, a ton of stuff that me and Dave never coped with growing up is in our Steve Lichman books. People that we hated, scenarios that we didn't know how to deal with, like, and turning them into material, like turning them into a thing that you can put on a page and look at as a separate person doing it. You know, now that it's not me, now that it's Dracula or something, it's like, oh, okay, I see this differently now. Listen, I don't know if anyone in here has read Wuthering Heights, but pretty inarguably, one of the best things about it is the ghosts and the spookiness. No ghosts. No ghosts in this new Wuthering Heights adaptation. No ghosts. No spooky anything. No madness. Thank God I finally found a head that I don't hate for this guy. Jesus Christ. Took long enough. Are you? Oh boy. I wish I could join you for that discussion, but unfortunately I can't.
Can you believe it? This
I will tune into that though.
into the docks.
Oh boy.
It's nothing personal. The docks are off limits for everybody.
I know your thoughts, but I'm still excited to hear your thoughts in podcast form.
So I guess we just have to sit tight till this contest thing is over, huh?
See, is the only choice. I am sorry, but Signor Universo is molto, molto importante event for people of Gondolia.
Signor Universo, you say? Now that sounds like fun. Tell me more, honey. I'm all ears.
Naturalmente, Signor Universo is for men of all ages. The winner, he must be a powerful like the waves, graceful like the breeze, and deep like the sea. La competizione is reason why Gondolia is so filled with the strong and admirable men in this moment.
Ooh, I love a little pageantry. Come on, darlings, let's go see what it's all about.
Oh my goodness, more thoughts. I can't wait.
Local delicacies to get ourselves in the mood. I hear they're to die for. Well, who's with me? Come on, you know you want to.
I'm not that bothered about whatever silly contest they're having, but I am quite peckish. I'd love to try a few local treats.
Seriously? We're not here on holiday, you know. We're supposed to be looking for the rainbow. Right, Serena?
I'm so sorry, but I'm really rather hungry myself, and, well, we can't leave until the contest's over anyway, so...
I don't believe this. Hey, listen. We're kind of in a hurry here, and we really need to get to the dock. Do you know who's in charge of this contest?
Naturalmente, the person in the charge is Dojo Rotondo. He is in the charge of everything in our town. His villa is in the northeast part of Gondolia. You must speak with him. He is so much a kind man. Molto gentile.
Gentile.
Heard the man. Let's go ask this Doge guy to let us into the docks.
Doge. This Doge guy. I have not watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm waiting for it to be over so I can watch it all in one sitting. I did see that episode 5 was the highest rated episode of television ever broadcast, though. Hey, listen. Jacob Elordi was not the person I wanted to play Heathcliff, but he did fine. The problem with the Wuthering Heights movie was not necessarily the casting. All the actors, there wasn't any cringy performances. There were some over-the-top ones that were intentionally over-the-top. But, like, Jacob Elordi's a fine actor. The problem is that it was not at all an adaptation of the book Wuthering Heights.
This must be the place. Let's see.
Imagine if I made a Lord of the Rings movie, okay, and I said, this is the Lord of the Rings. And it was just Sam and Frodo going to Mordor and throwing the ring in. And I went, yeah, I cut all those side characters because what people are here for is the story about Sam and Frodo. So that other stuff's not really important. So I'm just going to do Sam and Frodo. The Wuthering Heights movies like that, where they're like, all these other plots and characters, they're not Kathy and Heathcliff, so we're just going to get rid of them. Just pretend they don't exist. We're just going to do the romance between the two of them. But then it runs into this weird dead end where because all the other characters don't exist and because they deleted them, there's nothing for Heathcliff to do after Kathy dies, so they just end the movie right there. I mean, I guess they could have ended it with a suicide. I guess they could have done the full Romeo and Juliet, which, oh man, book music, I don't know if you... The more I thought about the movie after seeing it, the scene where she's spying into the garden and they're talking about Romeo and Juliet and how it ends with her dying because they can't be together. And then the other, I'm like, it telegraphs the ending for the movie so strong, and I didn't catch it. I thought about it later, and I was like, oh.
You have to come and help.
She literally was just trying to make a Romeo and Juliet story where, but then it's extra weird because Heathcliff doesn't kill himself in this version. He kills himself in the book, but the movie literally ends with him alive crying over her corpse. What a weird way to end a movie, let alone an adaptation of a book. In the book, I think her dying is like the halfway point of the story, because they have children and then there's a whole other generation, and then he tries to fuck with their children's relationship and he goes crazy and he kills himself. It's like, yeah, all that stuff's gone.
We were just walking along when he came out of nowhere and snatched her wand. We caught up with him here, but he won't give it back.
It would be like if I made Friends, the TV show, and it was just Ross and Rachel. And you're like, where's Joey? And I'm like, people are here for the romantic tension. Or if you made The Office and it was just Jim and Pam, where's Dwight? People watch this for the Jim and Pam story. Where's Michael? That's not why people like this show. It's so weird.
What is it, kid? Spit it out.
It's okay, Placido. I explained the situation.
It's okay, Placido.
My name is Benigno. He is my friend, Placido. He's the only son of the Doge Rotondo. Every day we are playing together. Molto felice. Happy, happy. But then Placido, he loses his voice. I don't understand what happened. I ask, but he cannot answer. So I think, if I have the magic, maybe I can fix Placido's voice. Capisce?
Capisce?
Fine, you're forgiven. Now, tell me more about your friend's lost voice.
It's his throat. There's some sort of awful... Oh, he's been cursed. Poor thing. I might be able to help him if I had some birdsong nectar. But I'd need some water from a sacred fountain to make it, and, well...
We needed a special, very, very holy water to help Placido. See? I heard people talking about something like this. The river, west of Gondola.
Yeah, exactly, book music, yeah. It ends at Saruman sending his army out to Helm's Deep, but we don't actually see the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's the end of the movie.
Placido, we are friends since we are the small children. Bambini piccoli. And now you are his only hope. You will help him, see?
Or I guess since we're cutting all the characters out, that doesn't even work. It would be ending halfway through the Two Towers when Sam and Frodo get to the gate. They get to the Black Gate,
To take care of Placido.
and then Gollum says, "Don't go in there," and then the credits roll, and that's the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The more I think about it, the funnier it is that the movie is literally an hour of setup and sexual tension. Then it's like a 15-minute montage of just them fucking everywhere, every position, every kink. Just a 15-minute fuck marathon to Charlie XCX music. And then it's another 40 minutes after that of we can't be together and now I'm dying. The end. It's so weird. It's like a sandwich, and the bread's only there to hold this middle end, and the middle is just the sex montage. Like, it's very obvious that that's the only reason the movie exists. is for the horny montage right in the middle. Oh boy. The movie also has a really weird like mission statement right in the beginning where like the first thing you see in the movie, first you hear gasping and it sounds like someone's about to have an orgasm. It's like, oh, oh, oh. And then the camera turns on and it tricks you. It's a guy who's being hung publicly. He's being strangled to death by the noose, and those are the noises you're hearing. So immediately it's sex and death. And then to really hammer in that the mission statement is sex and death, they show the guy dying, being strangled to death by the noose, and kids point at him and say, look, he has a heart on. And then it shows a zoomed in shot of a boner pressing through the guy's pants while he strangles to death. And it's like, I get it. I get it. But then they don't do anything with the mission statement because Heathcliff's alive at the end. It's like, what? It's, oh man, it's, what a mess. What a mess. What a fucking mess. Nice. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boom.
Veronica wins again.
My goodness. Veronica wins again, guys. I mean, if you want to see Jacob Elordi suck Margot Robbie's fingers, then, I mean, yeah, go see it. You will get that. That does happen. If that's something you want to see, go right ahead. Victory! Oh, thank God. Thank God we got 3 dragon heads I don't fucking hate. So, I have a couple theories. My first theory is that the director, what's her name, Emerald Fennell, I can't remember. I loved her other movie, Promising Young Woman. That was a great movie. Really good movie. But I think maybe, I don't know. I have no proof for this. This is just, it feels like it would be shocking to me if this wasn't the case. I'm assuming the movie originally had a different ending, and the studio tested it and said that's too much of a bummer. Because the movie is an incredible downer. I mean, spoiler alert, the book is also a massive downer. But I think probably Heathcliff killed himself in the original script, because that just would make the most sense, because they set it up with like the whole Romeo and Juliet analog. And I think they probably test screened it, and people were like, oh, like, God, no. Like, this is such a bummer, no. Because, like, in the book, it's a bummer, but there's, like, a bittersweet ending because at least their kids are happy, finally. It's like the generational trauma isn't passed down to their children. They figure out how to love in a healthier way, and the world kind of moves on. But in this version, because they don't have kids, you can't explore that angle of healing. Because, like, the first half of the book is very much about, or the first half of the narrative is very much about damage, and the second half is more about healing and, you know, how people deal with the damage. But you can't do that because the other characters, like the kids, aren't in it. So I'm assuming the original script ended with Heathcliff killing himself. And then the studio said, absolutely not. The other reason I think that's what happened is because very forced at the end of the movie, they throw in a montage of the characters when they were children being happy and saying they loved each other. It's like this weird little music video flashback while she's dying of them as kids playing and holding each other. And it's like this weird, forced, feel-good, uplifting, bittersweet moment that's like shoehorned in as a montage with like music. It's literally like a music video that plays over the ending, and then it just ends, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. So, like, my guess, knowing how that process works, having done it a few times with our scripts in Hollywood, is, and just from stories you hear of what studio meddling does to stuff, I'm assuming the movie ended with Heathcliff killing himself. Everything points in that direction, and I'm assuming the studio said absolutely not. And they cobbled together a feel-good montage and threw it on the end. And it is effective. There were people in the theater that were openly weeping. There were people in the theater that were actually crying. So, say what you will, but there were gasps when twists would happen. There were like people were like really engaged in the romance between Catherine and Heathcliff in this movie. So if that's what they were going for, they did achieve that. Margot Robbie does a very good job in the movie of playing a very unlikable person that you then become sympathetic for. She pulls that off. There's a whole range of feelings you have about Kathy, and she does it pretty well. She's a good actress. She wouldn't have been my choice for anyone in Wuthering Heights, but she did good with the material. Same with Jacob Elordi. He did great, but I wouldn't have thought of casting him. It should have been Dev Patel, but there's also some stylistic shots in the movie that are comically over the top that made me want to laugh, but I didn't want people to hear me laughing, so I had to like bite my tongue. Like the father dies of alcoholism. In the book, it's the brother. They kind of mash the brother and the father together. I can't remember if the brother dies of alcoholism in the book or if he just kills himself or something because Heathcliff tortures him. I can't remember how the brother dies. But in the movie, they make it the dad. And he drinks himself to death. And it's like a comedy shot. It's like timed like a comedy. Like Kathy comes in the room. Heathcliff's there and he's like, he's dead. And she sees his body, but we don't see it yet. And she's like, oh, and horrified. And then when the camera turns around and it cuts to his dead body, it's his dead body in a room with empty liquor bottles stacked all the way to the ceiling. Thousands of liquor bottles with his dead body on the ground. And I almost laughed out loud. I had to literally bite my lip. It's like a comedy shot. It's just so extremely over the top.
Just look at this beautiful water. It's so
Beautiful water.
This will be perfect for making birdsong nectar. There we are, all done. Now, let's head back to Gondolia and see if we can cure dear little Placido.
Placido. Probably another hour of stream, and then I'm gonna go. Bum, 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 bum. All right, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This one has to be smaller. That's okay though.
Gosh, look! The contest really got going while we were away.
Oh, this is just too exciting. I can't wait to see the first contestant take the stage. Listen, boys, I want front row seats for this, so let's get organized. You two go and muscle your way to the front of the crowd and save us a space. Meanwhile, me and the girls will go put a song back into little Placido's throat. I can't wait to see his happy little face. Ciao for now. So we get lumbered with the grunt work again, huh? Whatever. Let's just head over to the contest and see what's what.
Thank you, buddy.
precious hairs. Molto splendente.
I wonder what the 2% of the Hedge Knight being bad that you're talking about is.
It is such a waste if you not take part.
Is it just the writing, or bad casting, or
But we don't have time to.
weird plot changes, or...
Hey, does that guy look familiar to you?
I had thought to search the town for you while the citizenry were occupied with this idiotic spectacle. But no. Instead, you choose to saunter up and greet me in broad daylight. Brazen fools.
Damn it, it is. It's him.
People of Gondolia, listen, and listen well. I, Jasper, Knight of Heliodor and trusted retainer of His Majesty, King
Okay.
Carnelian, come before you to tell you that the very Darkspawn himself
Alright.
is among us. The bedeviled child who brought about the destruction of Dundrasil.
This is not good. Let's get out of here.
How many more episodes are left? 3?
Come quietly, accursed one, and I may not be inclined to make you suffer.
Oh man, we've done it now. Let's go. Damn it. They just keep coming.
Your pathetic resistance will get you nowhere. Yield and spare us the...
Yield? I don't think so, honey. You leave my friends alone, or I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, honey.
Who are these imbeciles? And how did they get past the guards?
Imbeciles, you say? We'll soon see who's the stupid one.
So you have friends, Darkspawn. Not for long. Fan out, men.
This way, quickly.
Look out!
Eric!
What are you doing? I bought you some time. Use it. Get out of here now.
Oh. Game of Thrones has always had that problem.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Queen's fucking cunting orders. It's always had that.
We didn't.
Oh, I haven't felt this good since a tavern maid buggered me cock. It's
What they'll do to him?
yeah.
Oh, don't
Listen to anything that the Hound says. Cunting fucking cunt.
think. That Jasper was talking some nonsense though, huh? I mean, why call the one who's trying to beat the Dark One the Darkspawn? Honey, that's just confusing.
This is how you know it's for adults, because we say no bad words.
Darkspawn.
That's how you know.
That's just what the King of Heliodor thinks. It's all some terrible misunderstanding.
It's that fantasy insecurity thing where they're like,
Sorry, Sylvander.
fantasy isn't for nerds,
Explain
because we say bad words and we show tits.
so much has been going on.
Would nerds do that?
Oh, please, there's no need to apologize, darling.
We're not worried about getting in trouble over here.
As if a lovely little thing like you would go around with someone like that.
This isn't that pussy fantasy.
Oh, Sylvando.
Now, are we gonna stand around here all night, or are we gonna take action, huh? Let's sneak up to that bridge in the middle of town and see if we can spot where they're keeping Eric. Be quiet as mice now, and use the buildings for cover. The streets are crawling with soldiers. In fact, let's see if we can get up onto the rooftops through the inn. That might be the best route to the bridge.
Ooh. True. We're doing affirmative action for dongs in fantasy. We're going, you know what? It's been tits for too long. Let's force some dongs in here. We gotta balance the scales. We got a quota. We need 20 hogs. 20 hogs in this season.
Victory!
Oh, this piece is so finishable now. My goodness. Took long enough.
For the good guys!
Did you guys know that if you're on
Score one for the
appetite suppressant shots and also a bunch of antidepressants that limit your appetite, you can make one peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cut it into 4 pieces and eat one piece every 2 hours, and that can be the only thing you ate the whole day because you will not get hungry. Is it healthy? Does it work?
Score one for the good guys! Not bad at all. Victory!
Can't guarantee anything, Sharky. Yeah, the antidepressant is speed. It's got a stimulant in it. Very similar to Adderall.
Veronica wins again.
And they just tripled my dose last week, so I'm flying. I'm flying high. I'm full of drugs. Damn, I'm full of drugs. Damn, it feels good to be fucking high as fuck. Hell yeah. God, I love being a speed freak.
Let's keep at it.
I wonder if I should keep the sideburns. Oh.
Wonderful.
1 second here. Hmm. I think I'm gonna keep them, just because it transitions into the fire one better. Rodent you are.
Or you can stay hidden and see what happens to your friend.
Something tells me he's not the patient type. We'd better get to Eric before things turn nasty. Ah, there's a gondola
Oh, nice.
to the northwest near the contest stage. We could sneak up close to them from there.
That's a great piece.
Hop on a gondola and glide on over. Mustn't keep dear Eric waiting.
Wonder what that Elden Ring movie's gonna look like.
Still you fail to find him. Imbeciles. Search again, and do not return empty-handed.
Darkspawn.
Stage right and save the day.
Darkspawn.
So finally you scurry into the light. You rats think to gain the advantage by ambushing me while I'm unguarded. I welcome the chance to tear you apart with my own hands, Darkspawn.
Darkspawn.
I have you now, Darkspawn.
This is ridiculous.
Fugitive scum. I'm on fire!
Need a little.
Can I recount all the times I've ever gone viral? It depends what you mean by viral. I think all of my Elden Ring things got over 1 million views between all the platforms. Or at least the hundreds of thousands. I think the first one or the Maidens of Moonlight one might have got over 1 million between Instagram, Twitter, and everything else.
You vermin. How could this happen?
What do I think the chances are that the Doomsday movie fails? I don't think it's gonna fail. Because the Russos have a very good track record as directors.
You're all right.
And they particularly have a very good track record with directing movies with like 50 people in them. Like, on paper, Infinity War shouldn't work as a movie. There's too much going on. Way too much going on. And it's probably one of the best Marvel movies that was ever made. Oh yeah, Steve, right. Steve went viral. That's probably the biggest one.
To overcome Sir Jasper.
Yeah, our Steve comics went viral for sure. And we were like, when we came out, we were like
It matters not. You have
either the most funded
now accept your
original
fate and
comic
give yourselves
on Kickstarter, or in the top 10, I think. I can't remember which. I have it written down somewhere. But yeah. Yeah, the Steve stuff is probably the
Just trust me, okay?
biggest one.
True to form, the rats leap from
I
the
definitely had
sea.
some shit posts that blew up.
So much for your faithful friends, Darkspawn.
Definitely did.
This ridiculous farce has gone on long enough. All that remains is for you to choose how it ends. Surrender to me, or entrust your fate to the sharks that circle beneath. Well, which will it be?
I'm guessing Avengers Doomsday will do very, very well.
Sir Jasper, look!
If it was anyone else directing it, I don't know. But literally the only thing it has going against it that I can think of is, well, I don't know. I was gonna say all the multiverse stuff is really hard to explain to a general audience. So like, whatever they're doing with the multiverse and Doom collapsing it into Battle World or whatever the fuck is like, that's gonna be really, really awkward. But the Infinity Stones were pretty goofy too, and they explained those in a way that people comprehended. So I don't know. I think if there's one thing that's gonna fuck it up, it's gonna be the multiverse stuff. I think doing a multiverse was the biggest mistake they probably ever made.
Ciao for now, Jasper, darling. Bet you didn't see that ending coming. Ooh, I do love a twist.
What are your orders, sir? They're getting away.
yourself.
Oh, don't be silly, darling. Gabe's the one you need to thank. It's his steady hand on the helm that steered us out of the jaws of danger.
Danger.
Now, stop it, Sylv. I'm just doing my job. No need to... Oh, blimey, what the exact...
I think it's a bad idea for Marvel in general. I mean, I think anything can be done well. I don't know how I would do a multiverse with them well. Like, I'm a firm believer that any idea can be executed in a good way. But
Disgusting.
it's it just makes you not care about anything, because if people die, there's infinite versions of them hanging out in other places, and you know, it takes the stakes away.
Enjoy your journey to the ocean floor.
It's like, why do I give a shit about the X-Men if there's infinite versions of the X-Men?
Friends to the loving embrace.
The plot of Deadpool 3 is literally, Wolverine's dead, I'll just go find another Wolverine. It's like, at least in that, it's like a comedy though. Like they're playing it for laughs because it's so stupid.
I'm too young and beautiful to die.
What's that noise?
Those are Gondolian merchant ships. What are they?
Look! They scared it off! The noise of the cannons frightened it away!
I mean, obviously a multiverse can be done well. Here's the answer to your question. Obviously a multiverse can be done well because Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse are probably two of the best comic book movies ever made. So like, I don't know why I didn't think of those when you asked the question. But like, clearly you can do a multiverse movie. Those movies are fantastic. I think the reason it works in that is because the whole movie is very light-hearted, so you don't have to like take it too seriously and really think about it. It's more presented as like a fun romp kind of thing. But also, I think it works because it's one character. It's not 50 characters like in Infinity War, Endgame, or Doomsday. It's Spider-Man, and there's infinite Spider-Man. That's much easier to wrap your head around as a viewer than here's 50 characters and there's infinite versions of all 50 characters. That's a way harder sell than just here's one guy.
Call the Darkspawn, save my boy, and the noble knights of Heliodor, they consort with the monsters. What does it all mean? I cannot understand. But I know that you are an hero, and an hero must escape to fight another day.
And Nero.
Darkspawn! Hear me.
I think that's also the reason the only really good multiverse movie in the MCU was No Way Home.
I will be there.
I think it's the same thing where it's like it's just Spider-Man.
You will live in fear.
It works fine when it's minimal, you know.
Things won't be easy for you now.
Yes, the Sinister Six were all from different universes, but
Don't let him grind
we don't. The movie's not about them primarily. It's primarily about three Spider-Men all talking to each other. If all the Sinister Six guys had multiple versions of themselves, the movie would be a cluster and it would suck. So I think it's just about scale. I think you have to scale down multiverse stuff because it becomes way too bloated for a movie. Great music.
Davy, I forgot to ask. Have you heard any little birdies chirping about a merchant buying something called the Rainbow over in Gallopolis?
I have visited up in Silver. Word on the grapevine is the fellow what bought it headed over Zvardrust way.
This really isn't just a game to you, huh?
Friends, shipmates, amigos, Svardrust and the Rainbow await. Onward, forward, northeastward. Destiny beckons.
Best character in the game. I don't think I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try it real quick just in case. Bam! Bum, 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 bam! Bum, 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 bam! Bum, 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 bam! Yeah, I don't think so. But just for the sake of argument. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Maybe when I'm done rendering it, I'll open it. Yeah. I think the 80-page comic me and Dave did that never got released will go pretty viral when it comes out. But that's up to the people we did it for, who I can't even say who it was. We did that 8 years ago? 7 years ago? 6 years ago? That was a long time ago, and it still hasn't come out. I emailed them earlier this year and they said they were gonna still release it, so they just said they were having a hard time finding the right time to do it because it has to release inside their app and they're waiting for some update. It's like one of my favorite things we ever worked on. It was like a really good challenge because the challenge was you have to be funny, but you can't use adult humor. It has to be all ages. And that was such a fun, like, test. Can we be funny without anything crude? I got my Twitter account back. It took a very long time, and by the time I got it back, it was kind of unusable. Because Twitter's like, the algorithm doesn't work the same way it used to. It's all like optimized for people that pay money now, and things go viral based on, like, I don't know, engagement. So it's very obviously skewed towards politics now. It's not like the way Twitter used to be, where if you just did a cool painting and people shared it, it would naturally go viral. That's kind of dead. Now it's all about visibility and money, and it sucks. Twitter was so cool back in the day. Like, I posted my Rykard Lord of Blasphemy thing on there, which all my other Elden Ring stuff, before Elon bought Twitter, all of that stuff blew up. Did really good numbers. My Rykard piece was arguably one of the strongest ones in that set. It got nothing. Nothing. It was crazy disheartening how much nothing that piece got. I was like, oh, fuck me, okay. This is crazy. It did good on Instagram. I think I got like 1,000 followers just off that one piece. But, good lord, was the Twitter reaction just nobody saw it. And then I bought Twitter. I actually paid money to boost it to see if that would help. Nope. I was like, okay, cool. So this site's just not usable now for what I want to use it for. I think it's slightly better if you post more often. Like, the algorithm favors active users that are like posting a lot. But obviously I'm a very slow painter. I don't have a ton of stuff I can share. Like, Dave told me, I don't know how true this is, but Dave told me that the new like meta on Twitter is artists are posting tons of their old work like frequently, like, you know, throwback to when I did this, just to keep themselves in the algorithm. Because if they only posted new work, they would fall out of it. So it's like, I don't know. That's really disheartening if that's the case. Like, since Elon bought Twitter, the only successful post I had was about Concord. When I photoshopped the characters to be dogs instead of people, and I said, this game can still be successful if Sony swallows their pride and makes all the characters dogs. That did really well. But my art, nope. Alright, I'm going to drop some color in, and then I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I'm going to keep working, but I'm not going to stream. I'm going to work on my Genova piece and listen to some videos. Cool. I already like how that eye looks. I got it. I like it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yes. Fucking finally, dude. Hell yeah. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Bump. Yeah, green and blue's a good one. Excuse me. Boop 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 boo. Choo boop 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 boo. I gotta kill the saturation in here where it's turning into a salmon color. Surprised I can even see that. But I can, which must mean it's really, really bad. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Of course I didn't include a color for the horns. Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? 14%. Oh. Okay. Who would have guessed?
Easy peasy.
I don't understand. Oh. There we go. I figured it out. Fucking opacity settings. Doop 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 doo. Okay. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna have to do direct color on this. Or actually, go purple. Yeah, it's better. Purple's a better idea anyway. Yes. Correct. Oh, finally. It looks the way I thought it did when I was a kid. Oh, I can finish it. I can finish it. I can. If I just believe. If I just believe in myself, guys. But unfortunately... I'm gonna look at my Genova piece real quick, and then I'm gonna end the stream for today. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow for a good long one. Yes, finally. It looks good. I don't hate it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Detail out the heads, and then it's basically done. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, this is all I've been doing in my free time is rendering all this shit. Look at that. This is what I've been doing. I should do some Resident Evil fan art after this. Look at all this. Look at all these guts. These Resident Evil-esque guts. Oh boy. Oh, lovely textures. Ooh. Alright.
You sure oughta. The masked martial arts meet is where all the biggest fighters make their names.
I could finish this in like 3 days if I wanted to. This is so close.
What's it say? Show the world what you've got in the greatest fighting contest anywhere
All right.
in Erdtree.
Alright.
Certain prizes available.
A tournament, eh? I thought she was going to invite you to a boring old dance or something. I wonder what the masks are for.
Alright, everybody.
What's that at the bottom?
Oh. Alright. I love you. Farewell. Kisses. Be back tomorrow. Oh my god, it's so dark in here. I didn't realize till I looked at my camera. Alright, kisses. Bye-bye.